Okay, that was fun. It glitched. Nice. Wonderful. At least it was only like blood bags and extractors. I can't see where my walkway is. There we go. Let's not walk off into the middle of nothing. Oh, Miss Static Kiwi, I am so sorry. I got caught up in looking at something and forgot to put my play screen on.
Oh, are you supposed to play with her?
Thank you for rating me. No, she just rated me with 15 people.
Oh, wow.
I was talking and showing hubby something I had just noticed with Dune. Good Lord. I'm so sorry for anybody that was sitting here for 13 minutes, but I think nobody else was sitting here for 13 minutes. Because I forgot to do my normal posts. How are you doing tonight? Welcome in, Kiwis. Do you call yourself Kiwis? Very, very sleepy, I bet. Do any of the people that came over with you play Dune? Do you hear me talking? Are you talking about you don't have a raid message or I don't have an auto raid message? Yes, that doesn't help. You don't have a call for your raids. Well, I don't have a call for my raids either. I hope your stream went well. Did you do the Star Island game again? Oh, my shoulder hurts so bad. Video gaming too much. Just finished with your RTM stream. Oh my gosh, I feel so bad that I didn't watch it. I've been caught up in Dune drama. I need to wake up a bit fast. Oh. Did you do an early RTM stream for yourself as well? I woke up at 5:30 a.m. for mine. Not doing that again. Tyler, how's it going? Tyler's third time lucky, actually awake enough to type in your chat. Nice. Oh. So let me... didn't wake up early, but I didn't sleep much either. Yeah, I've been having some rough sleeps. Anyway. Huge storm. You guys don't get tornadoes down there, do you? Ouch, just thunder and lightning stuff? Hail, maybe, I would imagine. The lower 48 has been rocking it with the tornadoes. Sometimes get hurricanes, yeah, sure. I would imagine you would get a lot of storms, though. I mean, you do have the Amazon to feed, right? That's the right continent, right? So here's the dilemma I have going on. If anyone's interested, I don't know. I suck at geography, so I don't know what affects the weather here. Well, I mean, the fact that you have a giant rainforest that takes up most of your country, you're going to get rain. And if you're going to get rain, some thunder might come with it. So somebody in another Discord was pointing out that they were seeing locks popping up on the servers. I don't know if you guys, if any of your followers play Dune, but the dilemma with Dune right now, aside from the same issue Moria has, not a lot of players, it's not most of the country, but yeah, it's big, yeah, is that they're consolidating servers, so they're shutting some down. Because of course, you're not going to have a crap ton of servers with only a couple people on them, right? It's very expensive. My theory is that they're consolidating people into other servers so that they can have these servers open for when it comes to council at the end of the year. That's my thought on it. So I came in here and I was curious. I've been trying to look online, where do you see this locked symbol? And then I was like, oh, I wonder if we can find it here in the server list, right? So currently I have 3 characters. This is my main gal on Relicon. This was a backup gal I created on a Europe server that I moved over to Cetus to be with another streamers group. I'm not sure if I'm staying there. Things are not as joyful as a group led me to believe it was going to be. And Narbog is another server that somebody else is on that I just created a character on to check the ping on it, because as you can see, there's quite the difference between pings on here. And this has been running okay, but I'm still in the beginners area of it. And I think, ouch, once I get to outside the tutorial area, I'll get a better feel for how this ping's affecting gameplay. Because this might be where I'm moving to. Might be moving this gal to here if this server shuts down. And it gets up to 120 sometimes. But I've played at 120 steadily in European servers. So that's not necessarily an issue. Although I didn't do... I don't think I did any combat there outside of the tutorial zone. Because when I brought this gal here to Cetus, I was still in the tutorial zone. So I can handle 120, I believe, playing at okay. Cetus actually lags worse for me because I don't know what's going on with Cetus, but it lags for me. Narbog, which has twice as many players as Cetus, has not lagged for me, but again, I don't know if that's because I'm in the tutorial zone of the game. So one thing I noticed is you can, like, create a character. See, it says join. I could delete, transfer, because I have a character on this server. This one I do not have a character on because it doesn't have a diamond, right? So if I click on this, it shows low population and says I can join. The button is highlighted. It's accessible. However, it also notates that I have 2 friends on this server. So what I'm suspecting is that if you have a character on it, because they can't lock you out of the other sieges when you have a character on that server, because that's part of the game, is you can transfer over to a different siege to help somebody out. So they're not going to show it locked on the ones I have a character for. It's not showing it locked on servers that I have friends on, because you're supposed to be able to transfer to a server that you have a friend on, for sure. Right? So that's almost given preference. So there's also not going to show padlocks on these that have friends on them. Or friends that have characters on those, right? I don't have this many friends, trust me, I don't have this many friends. It's just I have a few listed on Cetus here because that was a streamer's group. So I've been trying to friend more people on that one in particular because I'm trying to help people out. So if they have another character put in on another server, it's going to show up here on the list, right? So now we get down to where I have no character, I have no friends on the servers. I cannot join this server. It's not all of them, though. There are a lot of them. Let me come down here to find another one. That one's locked out. That one's locked out. I think I have to go down. Let's say Serenity. Serenity is open. So it's not all the other servers are locked. Only some of them. And the problem is, the dilemma I have is because I believe they are not showing that these are locked because I have a friend on them or I have a character on them. I don't know if the ones that I'm currently on are getting shut down. So I'm hitting up a couple of people I know that have multiple characters to see if they can check for me. Sorry, I'm typing to a friend. Okay. She was gonna check to see what she was on next, but the problem is, she's friended on me, so it will probably not show locked. Alright, let me find one again so I can snapshot it for her to see. Okay, message is sent. Alright, now let's do what I came in here to do. Prepare for the inevitable. When is the merger happening? Hey Joe, how's it going? I hope your night is going well. Landless. I don't need any cheap viewers. At least you could, like, be kind and say that they're best viewers. The merger is going to start. The merger / migration. They're calling it player migration. Kindler and gentler terms, right? Is going to start with the next update. The next update comes mid-March. So if it's not this Tuesday, then it's going to be next Tuesday. We don't know how long we're going to have. It would be nice if they would tell us how long we're going to have. Some people are speculating we might have as short as 2 weeks to do it, which is horrible because if people haven't been preparing, that's gonna, and they don't have time to get on to play, they may not be able to pack up their bases in time because you have to break down your vehicles and things like that. All right. Tyler says, so rude. Only high-end viewers in this chat. Exactly. I always tell them, well, normally they say the best viewers are on blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I already have best viewers. I don't need any more. Alright. So we're going to do what I came on here to do. Just get my main character and her bases in order. Sorry for mic sound move. Moving mic sound. And then I saw a friend of mine is streaming. So I need to see what Mixed Knight is doing. Oh, he's playing Requiem. You guys are more than welcome to go join him. Mixed Knight for Requiem if you like to watch. He needs some love. They should give a date with a good time to prepare. They can't quite give a date yet because they're still testing the mechanisms for the move in their player test client. What they should be able to do is tell us how long they're going to give us once it drops. That might help some of the panic, right? And they don't even stick around to help numbers. Yes, exactly. They spam and dip. They could at least give me a fake follow. What happened to dinner? Dinner before the date. Alright. So here's the fun stuff. I've got to consolidate this base into one smaller base. Because they've already admitted they had problems. So, like in Moria, you have essentially a hearth zone. So your fief gives you a zone to build in. Like in Moria, you can extend your zone, right, with hearths. However, here you use what's called stake extenders. You can have 6 cube spaces to build within. They max you out. Can you imagine that? A game that knows that they have to limit your building capabilities to make things run smoothly. Imagine that. For instance, they limit, here's my base size. They limit how many building pieces I can use, which does increase when you add extenders. Same thing with these. All these numbers increase when you add extenders. But they do limit how many production units, how many lights, how many storage units. I obviously have a lot. How many decorations, how many doors, and how many projections, holograms, you can have in your base. So, they've had issues where people use a base backup tool where it literally sucks up this entire base, machinery, boxes, inventory, and all, into a tool so that you can move it to a new server. And you click a button and it plops the entire base down intact. However, if they have had extenders on it, they have been having trouble where it glitches and doesn't place the base. Now all of your inventory and stuff is locked into the base that you cannot place anywhere. Or worst case scenario, it glitches and deletes it when it tries to place it. So I want to preemptively not test that theory and test that they fix that glitch and just make sure that the base I have fits inside of one 5 block with no extenders. So it's going to be a tinier box. And that's kind of what I've got going on at the Pinnacle base that I have. It's just going to be tight, fitting everything in. And then they're wondering why their player numbers have dropped suddenly. It's because they've packed up their bases and they're ready for the move. Once you've packed everything up, you have to break down all of your vehicles because none of your vehicles can be backed up in that tool. As they are. They can't be built and backed up in that tool. You have to break them down into their individual pieces and have them in boxes. So once you have that done, well, what are you going to do? Fiddle your thumbs? I can still do quests because I haven't finished the quests in the game. But, 80% of these players are players from the beginning, just like with Moria. And they've all done all the quests. So what are they going to do? So they probably just packed up and waited to find out if they're moving or not. Tyler says, and they don't even stick around. Oh, I read that one already. Sorry about that. Alright. So I'm going to fly over to Pinnacle and start moving stuff into the new base. My new base that I have. I also need to double check that base is not too tall. Yeah, I need to double check that base isn't too tall. I don't remember how many floors I put in. 10 would be optimal. I can definitely place that, no problem. 14 is the max, I think. Where's that spice boy at? Oh, there it is. Nope. Oh my god, I forgot I have the new exploratory on this gal. It makes flying so amazing. Look at this. I don't even have to use the engines anymore. Oh my gosh, I could just sit here and fly for hours. You guys have watched me try and fly around these things. I tend to smack into them. I mean, the control you gain on this. Everybody's all about the speed, it's amazing. And I'm like, forget the freaking speed. Look at the control I have now to fly. I mean, it's crazy. If I tried doing this before I got this exploratory buff, I'd be smacking into these like crazy. Oh my god, what a joy. You did good, Funcom, with this. Some people are saying it's a glitch. It's bugged. I'm like, I don't care. I'm gonna enjoy it. Alright, so how many... How tall? This is more than 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wait, is it 10? That's... No, I didn't count that right. That's 6, because it's a 3 and a 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh shit, I did make it 10. This should fit in just a single... Alright, alright, alright. Except for the front. The front's too long. That I can pack up. This here, the landing bay. This is too long. I'm pretty sure, because this should be 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So yeah, it's a 10 by 10. 10 by 10 by 14, technically. So the fact that this is only 10 long, 10 tall and a half, that ceiling bump up is a half. It'll fit easily. I just need to get rid of this. So I'll get rid of that landing bay once I get everything loaded. Yeah, that should work. And then that will be another one that I'll back up. I'll just do a Solito replicator of that. My circle spot. And then I'll have to add those extenders later. I need to add more lights in here. I'm pretty close to my light limit though. I wonder if I can build a ramp up to that. I should be able to. Somebody remind me to put the wall back. Somebody remind me to put the wall back. I don't have any granite stone. For frick's sakes. Hun, are you around?
I'm at Shoal right now.
Okay. What are you doing over at Shoal?
I am picking up a bunch of the loose end stuff to start taking it back.
Okay. Bring it to Relicon, will ya?
You know, like the ores and, you know, I'm leaving just a couple, like, fuel cells for vehicles, and then the batteries, and then, like, maybe the 3 hazmat suits. That's it.
Okay. Well, you can bring it. You could actually bring it all back. I'm not doing any more ore refining.
Okay.
I would leave the base there empty, except for the power packs, right? Leave power packs in there.
Yeah.
You could leave the stuff that's downstairs there, but bring whatever's in the upstairs boxes back with the radiation suits and everything, and bring it to Pinnacle.
Okay.
Because we're gonna start bringing everything to Pinnacle.
Okay.
But I do need granite. If you want to bring some granite to me.
Okay, I can do that. I've got a bunch of granite at the carrier.
I know, but I'm at Pinnacle already. Let's see if I have a Solito replicator. If I can replicate that base, I might not need you to bring me granite. If I can replicate this base
Okay.
a couple of times, the round one, then I can get rid of the granite on that. Miss Static Kiwi says, "Hi, Chief."
Hello, Kiwi. How are you doing?
What are we doing on batteries?
Hope all is well in your end of the world.
Let's hope they never fix it, she says about the flying. She also says Warframe has a glitch that ended up being kept as a feature. Nice. Is Warframe the new one or the old one? The old game. They're supposed to be doing like a new one, right? I was watching somebody play something that looked really cool. Typing in Mixed Knight's chat that I hope his day went well. What's funny is I don't have a loud keyboard, but man, you guys can hear me type, I think. Or at least when I listen to the videos, I can hear myself type, but it's right next to the mic as well, so. Because I don't have one of those funky mic arms. Alright. Warframe is 13 years old? Okay, so it's not what I'm thinking of. I might have to look at somebody's channel to find out what it was playing. For some reason, Warframe was sticking in my head. Alright, so... let's... No, hold on, I wasn't trying to close you. I'm trying to lock you open. Manage. Disable, disable, disabled. Oh, good lord. He's playing Requiem and it's not a game I can play. Oh, I'm surprised it lets me walk down this way with it. Nice. Okay. I need to... You know what? I totally forgot what I went in there for. You guys are supposed to keep me from doing this. Bink. Alright. Solito replicator. That's what I was looking for. I want to build a ramp from the base down to it. So I can walk. When I did this last time, to put myself in a to-go box, my to-go box expanded to the point that it's not a to-go box anymore. Disabled, disabled, disabled. Alright, I was looking for a Solito replicator, which I don't know if I have any in here. I have two. PvP test, Spice Garage. That I actually wanted to redo. Okay. Do I have extras? Shh, don't tell Grandma about those. Alright, so let's see if we can make some more. I can. Nice. I can make 300 apparently. Let's just do 5. What can I say? I like to make backups. What would be interesting is what do they do for a new player that comes in? Puppy's here.
Good.
Are you trying to land where the carrier is?
No. I would think that a brand new person coming in with the big merge and all that, they would just randomly put him in some thing since he doesn't have any friends in there.
Well, he'd have to pick it.
So I
Okay, so I do have that in here. Nice, okay. Load these suckers up. Copy building, check. Copy building, check. Kiwi, wouldn't this be amazing if we could do this in Moria? Now if I wanted, I could take the schematic of this and sell it on the market. So what this does, if you guys aren't aware, let me come up here. Oh boy, can I make it? Oh yeah, I got plenty of juice in my battery. So if I grab one of these, bam, there's the base. And it automatically adds... Oh my god, that's cool! It automatically adds foundations. So you can, like, bump it up to places. Now, what I'm curious about is can you actually, like, connect it? I don't think you can connect it, but you can have it close, right? So you plant this down, and then your building plan is there. And you just hop down there with your building tool, and you highlight the piece, and you click build, and it builds the piece. So all the jankiness with aligning stuff and everything is done ahead of time. That storm's not going to hit us. Okay, so that is done. Let me grab my box here. Need to bring it closer. Got somewhere here that's even. Yes, no, shoot, no, no, really, nothing, nothing. It's pretty flat here. How can this not be flat enough for you? There we go. Okay, so basically, if I can scooch down enough. There we go. See, the way I build my buildings for the desert, because I build everything for if it's a desert or to pack it up and move or replicate it so that other people can use the design, is I use minimum foundation stones and I put them at the core of the building because you can build out quite a ways and have stable support. This way, when you're in the deep desert and you're packing up to move, all you have to do is bam, 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 bam. And the building's gone. And now it's in this little cartridge, which is why you bring a container with you. Oh crap, I did that outside the zone? No, oh boy, did I do that outside the zone? I did. That's okay, it should be fine. Uneven ground. There we go. As long as I'm close enough, I can look at it. Backpack's full. Let's drop some stone. Oh, because I've got this all on me still. From when I came back from from somewhere else. Okay. Now I can just look over here, pick up stuff, look over here, quick deposit. Pick up stuff, quick deposit. It's going to take a while because a lot of this was plastone and it's heavy stone. There we go, got it all. But the nice thing is I don't have to run around getting it. Bam! All in a box. That entire base. And now I have enough granite to build that ramp I wanted to build. So I can move those boxes down below. I just have to decide what side do I want to walk to with this. Probably the inside. Alright, so let's build this ramp up to there. Yep, it should be on the inside of that. Okay. Back, you left? Where did you go? Have a half floor here? I do not. Okay. Fine. Just a hair off. Isn't that funny? Okay. There we go. Clear shot down. Move these guys. Debate if I want these here or not. It should be fine. Let's start over here. You guys thought farming was boring. Wait till you watch me move. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. This is gonna be it. Does anybody got questions about Dune while we're here? Questions about Moria? I apologize if you came for the combat and the desert smack talk. I had enough of that on Cetus earlier. This just doesn't make any sense. We can all have constructive PvP together, but yet nobody wants to give a solution on how to do that. Oh. I'm running by all these. I could be placing them in there as well. This is when I find out my crafting room's too small. The base is so beautiful, it reminds me of some of these Asari buildings in ME2. Which base? I don't know if any of mine count as beautiful, but I'll take it.
Beautifully functional.
Yeah. Well, this is all going to be storage. You can see I've got a big boy over here that I have not built in either of my bases yet. That takes a lot of material. And a lot of power. But we're going to condense these bases down into one base. Quickly running out of wall space. My goodness. I thought that area was going to be big enough for everything. The beauty is that once you have once you've gotten your character to a certain level, which it's very quick to get to, and you have the money, that can take a little bit of trickery to do. You can just build. You don't even have to worry about anything else. I don't don't know if I'm going to put 3 in. If I'm going to have the big boy running, I don't know if I'm going to need 3. But we shall put all 3 over there for now. I could actually bump this out because now I'm not using that other spot as a loading bay. Hello, honey.
Hello.
The combination of the 2 buildings you have there, the ones on the outside, or the one that I'm running through currently? Some people build some amazing bases. I basically just have boxes. If you could do me a favor, hon. Were you in the middle of anything?
No.
Okay. You could take the buggy. There are 4 power cell packs right around the base here. And just fill it up with the buggy. Ingots. Okay. Oh, I heard something crash and it was Nick's Knight's game. As in, like, breaking glass. So there should be one outside when you come out, and then there's 2 more out front, and then there's a third a little bit further out front. I mean a fourth a little bit further out front. Let's see, I think this side will be... this side will be ore. So I want to put in another power cell box. Whoopsie daisy. Missed. This building's such a hodgepodge because it was a repoed building and we kind of kept the core of its original build. Well, the core of it because that's all that was left when we got it. When we took it over in the game. So we just kind of built it back the way we think it was built. Because we had been watching it for a while. Oh, wrong way. But this is so much more handy than trying to empty the boxes, pack them away in something bigger, rebuild the box, refill the box. Being able to move it to something nearby is so much more easier. Obviously relabel all these later because that's what we're gonna have to do with the other base, the main base that I've been playing out of with Gaming Grandma. That one has most of my supplies in it. That's my main base, so all that's gonna have to get packed up, moved, and redistributed again into boxes here. When I did this before, when I moved my base from the cliffside base that was built into the cliff to the box below, it was kind of fun because I just bonsai'd off the top, leaping down into the other base. That was a while ago too, so they've told us about mergers for quite a while, and I thought I was set and ready for it until it actually took too long to happen. So I finally got into a whole nother stage of the game, and my supplies multiplied by like 10, and it's just crazy how much you end up getting when you start getting towards the end of the game. It's like the supply button just got crazy pushed. I mean, I'm sure a lot of this I can get rid of. Problem is nobody's buying it on the market. I could just throw it all through the recycler, but you don't get anything useful out of it. But it wasn't until like the last couple of weeks running dungeons with some people that I finally started to realize I don't need to collect everything. Kind of like in Moria, when you guys are playing and you leave all your stuff, leave all the debris behind. all the rock and everything. It kind of kills me a little bit because so early on in the game you're hoarding everything so preciously because you're grinding hard to get it just so you can build the next item with it. And here I am finally going, I've got too much stuff. Because when you get to the deep desert, even though it doesn't feel like you're getting a lot, there's more opportunity to get stuff more often. So you quickly fill up your supplies. Let's see if I can put this box in here. It's not sticking out too bad. Okay. Uh-oh, that guy's completely crooked. We can fine-tune them later. Because they're all going to get moved around anyway, probably. Kiwi says, yeah, then it stops mattering because you already hoarded enough. Yeah. It's just nice to, even though in my other server, which I have a lower tiered character on, I do have enough at that point to be helping people. Well, I should say, I feel like I'm trying to help people. Probably not honestly helping anyone. Only a couple people have come by and got some things. But, I found a niche way of playing that I'm enjoying. So I'm going to try and carry that over to here. I kind of was doing it a little bit, but I'm going to do it much more now that I've kind of figured out how to do it over on Cetus. Time for you to go to the island and have fun. Yes! Have a good night, Miss Static Kiwi. Thank you for stopping by and bringing your raid people with me. I appreciate it. Anyone hanging here with Miss Static Kiwi, I will not be offended if you leave to head over to watch her stream. She's an amazing person. I hope your night goes well and the weather stays cool for you. I know winter can't come back fast enough for you guys. We're waiting for spring, unfortunately. It snowed again today. Thankfully not too much. We've got probably till May. Oh boy, if I'm going to start planting, I should start thinking about planting. We should see if those beds are uncovered still enough. And start, the next day it's not windy. We should look at wrapping them so that we can try and start a bed early this year. It's almost like they space these tiles out just enough to do this for them to fit so perfectly.
My Pinnacle sucks for batteries.
What are you talking about? There were 4 batches out here.
I didn't see any. I'm on my way back.
Well, there is one out here. Oh, is this not the... you know, it might have reset for the week, but I thought this was the week I had a lot of batteries out here.
I've only found one.
Oh,
Your
you're
island
right.
sucks.
There wasn't 2 right out front here?
Nope.
Okay, so that was last week then. Sorry. There's just the one out here
That's
then.
okay. Yeah, I got one. That was it.
Alright, well, it's already spawned back.
Well, it should. I've been traveling all over the damn place.
Well, I can show you where they are. You gotta go up where the...
It's all right.
No, I...
No, it's all right. I'm going where there's batteries.
I know where there's batteries. I'm telling you, I can show you where they're at. You just went by
Pinnacle
the...
sucks.
You just drove by the
Pinnacle
one
sucks for-
stack that's here.
Pinnacle sucks for batteries.
Are you sure you're not just driving by them?
No, dear. I know what they look like because I get them all over at Anvil. They're all over the place.
Yeah, I know, but you just drove by that one. Here,
Don't matter.
hop in the... You're in the turret? I was gonna say hop in the turret, and I'll hop in the driver's seat.
Your area sucks for batteries.
You have to go up to where the aluminum is. So you come down the side here. Whoopsie daisy! Wow, I haven't done that before. Unless somebody's been by already to pick them all up. And you just come up this nook here. And you go to the left. And you just basically follow this path all the way up and around. And you hook a big left here. There's one right in front of the camp, of course. See if you can get it from here.
You're way too far away.
I'm just
Gotta
gonna
go closer.
I'm creeping forward. You can get them from quite a ways away. Just tell me when to stop.
There you go.
Because that camp in particular is quite horrendous. They have the big fight all the time. I just keep hanging to the left, because this will go up to the quartermaster. They like to hide them, though. And the fact that it feels like they made them like lower to the terrain. It makes them harder to find. I've been noticing they're harder to find lately.
Yeah.
So we'll just keep going up around here. There's the Atreides place next to us. It's so hard to ignore this aluminum right now. Especially since I've been grinding so hard to get aluminum with my other gal. She's on the next rock over, though. Okay, so that Harco base is still here. Nice. No batteries out front of the ship. Oh, there's one.
Right there.
Good Lord, woman.
I'm trying to get in the right position for you, sorry. I just realized how much this is like the shield wall on in the desert. Oh, interesting. Here's our buggy place. Wonder how many buggies they've got built up in there now that nobody needs to go get them.
It's probably that one that will respawn after it's taken.
Well, I went to Sentinel the other day, and there was like 6 buggies blocking blocking the ramp because they're not getting cleared out.
Yeah.
I can't tell if that's a battery behind here or not. And we're back down where the level of the Atreides is. It's just a big loop. Sometimes when you come back down and around, the batteries are back. Oh, see? There it is. Is that other one back? Doesn't look like it. Maybe we missed that one. I'm gonna go left instead of back. If we kept going straight and went to the right, that would have taken us back home. This should take us back up to that ship. Should take us to where the Harkonnen base is. My arm muscle is it's trembling. I may have been playing too much today.
Yeah.
Okay. Ouch. I'm just going to turn back around and go down. How much do we got? Oh, we've got almost 3 rows. That's enough batteries for a little while. Stick to the right. Oh my gosh, the auto cruise does work for this. Why didn't I think of doing that until now? You double tap up on the D-pad and it turns the throttle on. Auto cruise. Cruise control. Back that was hiding back here. Uh-oh. Getting janky tonight. Nope, it's not. Oh, I'm dehydrated. Oh, it is. To your left. I almost died of dehydration. So those couple that we hit on the way up should be back as we go down. Look at you started. This is some drunken driving. T-emergency, how are you doing? I am, oh god. Catching the grossness happening on Mixed Knight's channel with Requiem. Ugh. It's a horror show. Playing Dune and putting my carrier on cruise control. Yeah, it's pretty nice. It works for everything. It works for even your buggy. And running, apparently. I've been using it a couple times when I'm running around the island to pick up plants. I am in the middle of consolidating my bases into one base, ready for packing up and moving. I had a to-go box, but the to-go box had to get expanded because the mergers took too long to happen. And I had gotten myself into the level of carrier and crawler and cargo container. So I had to expand my to-go box base. And we have 3 bases.
Yeah, we are full up, just about.
Yeah, so where I need you to put those is in the new base. There's a box labeled power cells, and then just put it in whatever empty space you have in that as well. Because I've already moved the power cell box over there.
So the power cell here.
No, that box for power cells is already in the new base. There's a ramp outside the back of the base here. Out the front of the base.
Yeah.
Okay, fuel cells.
Team Emergency, are you on a server that you're confident is going to stay? There's a mechanism that they just put in place. I don't know when, but somebody was pointing it out. And if you go to the server page, you can't do it on... I don't believe you're going to be able to see it on the server's one that you're playing on, because it can't stop you from going between sieges on the server that you're playing on. Whoops, Daisy. And they've talked about expressively that you can transfer to places that you have friends on. But there are servers I noted are locked out for moving to. Have you seen that? I don't know, maybe. I try not to think about it. Wait a minute! You're on Dune right now, right? And we haven't friended each other, right? On Cetus or Relicon. You can check something for me. You're on Cirrus. Okay. Can you... Let me show you something really quick. Head to your... are you in a safe place that you could go to the menu? You're flying in your carrier. That's a stupid question, isn't it? Are you heading out to the sands or heading back to your base? You just landed. At your base, I hope, right? Not in the sands? At your base. Okay, yeah. Exit to the main menu. If you're hearing an echo, it's because I have my door open and I think hubby's headphones might be a little loud. Or you have my stream on your phone.
No.
Okay, so the thing is you can't have any friends on Relicon or Cetus. Because if you have friends on the server, I believe it leaves it unlocked for you. But if you go to one that you don't have a character on and you don't have friends on, and you open it like you're going to create a character to join it, some of these are locked out. Not all of them, but some of them are. And you're on... Where was it at? You just told me. Sirius. Is that... Oh, it's North American. Sirius is not locked. You may be safe. See, Sirius is not locked. I can join. I can create a character on your server. Relicon is locked. No, Team Emergency. That's not what I wanted to hear. No. Oh, crap. I would be shocked if Cetus was, because they have a lot of people. And you don't have friends on Cetus, right? We're not super active, but we're in one of the more active half. Crap. How's your server? Do you have people that are angry at each other in the desert? Angry in what? In the deep desert. Like, they get in the deep desert and they curse at each other, call each other POSs, challenge each other to fights, crybaby whine. Okay. I'm pretty sure you'd have that everywhere. I just joined a specific server recently that was supposed to be working to make PvP nice, and instead all they do is yell at the people that are doing the PvP. It's quite toxic, the way they talk. And I'm shocked it's from the group that says they wanted to be friends with everybody. But instead, all they are toxic in the desert. Kind of showing their true colors. You can't say you want to have effective PvP with each other and then yell and call people names and do your mama crap like you're a freaking 5-year-old in the play yard. That doesn't present that you're friendly and willing to work with people to do PvP that everybody's interested in. People claim they want to make PvP fun, but then they shit on players who opt out of that. Yeah. We're not toxic, and then proceed to be toxic, and then wonder why no one will play with them. Exactly, Team Urgency. Do you know what I was told recently with this group? It's quite hilarious. I think you've watched me long enough to have a feel for what kind of player I am. I don't know if you've caught me playing on Cetus lately. Being on Cetus and with this toxic entity has taught me to really focus on my helping others more than I was before, and be more empathetic to the other side. Yeah. So they basically told me that if I'm not against these people, then I am not with them. And that if I want the masses to love me, that 85% of the masses are with them. And if I want the masses to love me, that I will follow their suit and hate on these people as well. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Do you now know who I am? Have you not been watching my streams? Do you now understand I am against this bullying method? Oh. Anyway. A couple of the other streamers that know me kind of laughed their asses off when I told them that. Because it's like, really? You're telling me to be a sheeple? And to get in line? It's not gonna work. If anything, I'm gonna now work extra hard. Because I talk to everybody like they're human beings. Yeah, anyway. Handful of PvPers on my server will play like normal humans, and that's nice, yeah. I think the problem is PvPers get tagged as a dirty name, and it's not. It's just how it's done. And name calling and shaming is not how it's done. No matter how much you say you're protecting people. And I have specific trigger mechanisms, and that's one of them. And that kind of triggers the bully in me. Alright. You don't have anybody on Narbog either, do you? I mean, I'm 100% sure Narbog is safe, because it's like in the top 5 all the time. I appreciate you taking the time to take a look at this too. I'm glad to say that Sirius is okay, it looks like. How do you spell it? Narbog. There's one called Frostholm. I would love to take that. Ooh! Just because my dwarf, my D&D dwarf home that I created for her is called Frosthold with a D, not an M. Maybe we'll move to Frostholm. I've never heard that server before. Serenity is supposed to be okay. Lorenz is supposed to be okay. Wrath is okay. Nova is okay. Crompton does not appear to be. It seems fine. Frost is fine too for you. Okay, good. So it's consistent across this. Nice. Okay. Crap. Shoot. That is not the word I wanted to hear from you. Well, at least I can tell you, Team Urgency, you can relax. I think, hopefully. I don't know how many rounds of this they're going to do. Frick. Relicons. Damn it. I gotta message some people. I'm texting a couple people real quick. Okay. That seems fine. Okay. I need to text my other friend really quick. Is he streaming? He is not. Okay. Looks like I'm kicking and packing into high gear. Dang. Big Knights asked me on his channel, how's my day been? It was good until somebody in my chat confirmed my siege is closing, my server's closing.
Kind of suspected it would.
Yeah, well, I was kind of hoping it wouldn't because we had people joining again, right? And I brought in a few people.
Oh. What the? Oh, boy.
What's going on? Okay. Thanks, Team Urgency. Thanks, everyone, for your patience. If anyone's in the chat and plays Dune, please, while I'm here, ask me what server you're on to see if it's good. Team Urgency, do you have any friends or other servers you want me to look for? I appreciate you checking on this. I mean, we could be wrong, right? They could be locked because they're doing maintenance and they don't want anybody else coming in. My suspicion is they've locked it so they can start downloading data. You know, checking for who's been an active player for a while, who hasn't been an active player, and start backing up their bases. Okay, you have friends on all those? Are they all North American? You don't know. If they're all North American? Acheron is available. Okay, let's start with Tartarus. Oh my gosh, that's a great name. Give me a second here. I gotta scroll. Can you search? Oh, you can search. Tartarus. Is open. I can't believe I picked the wrong siege to be on. Or the wrong server. Relicon. Oh, let's see. Hollow. Is it Hollow Arches? Oh, Hollow Arches, yep. Is open. Let's double check this to make sure it's not glitched. Let's get rid of this. What was one of the ones that was closing? Let's go back to levels. Okay, Veiled Cleft. Okay, let's double check this. And then I think Stepstone. Okay. So let's double check this. Veiled Cleft is locked. Okay, so that does work. Alright, we left off at Arches. Oh, I would be shocked if Arrakis closes. Arrakis is joinable. Okay, Lernaeus. I might have a friend on that one. I have a friend on that one, so I can't confirm Lernaeus for you. Because I recognize that name. Yeah. I've got people on Lernaeus, so that one I cannot confirm. Acheron. I don't have anybody on. That's available. Let me double check those other ones really quick. I forgot to pay attention to friends. Tardis, I have a friend on, so I can't confirm with Tardis. Hollow Arches did not have a friend, so Hollow Arches and Arrakis are good. Tartarus and Lernaeus I cannot confirm, right? And then Acheron, I don't have a friend on, so that's good. Apparently I have friends there. Yes, it's in an A group. I think a few of my friends have alts. Okay. Alright, so the two I couldn't confirm for you was Tartarus and Lernaeus. But the other ones you listed are all available, if I remember right. Awesome, thanks. Anybody else watching need me to check a specific server? Jump in here. Okay. Dang it. Dang it, dang it, dang it. And then, who was the one? We checked one veiled, right? I'll do another screen grab of this real quick. As a friend on it. What was it? Hollow Arches. No friends. Oh, that must be a DC one. It pings up in the 100. Because I'm on West Coast. Thanks for your patience, everyone, while I kind of spread this news a little bit. I'm sure they'll yell at me for... Oh, no, wait. I'm posting that in pictures. Okay, good. I thought I was going to get yelled at for posting pictures in the general chat. Yeah, that's happened before. Okay. All right. You're welcome. Demergency. I almost clicked join. That would have been disastrous. All right. So that just means moving's just turned into high gear. Hun, I have a task for you while I keep moving stuff here at Pinnacle. Unless you're busy with something.
No, I'm not busy.
Okay. Can you begin to, because you have your container at our base. My container's over here by the carrier. Can you, with your container at our base, go and start emptying the big boxes into it?
Oh, I'm totally lost what you're saying. You're very vague.
Okay. So you have your cargo container box at
The super big one.
Yeah, your hairy chest. Your big hairy chest.
Yes.
Can you go over to Anvil? And where we have our storage boxes at, start moving all the ingots into it. Because we have like 5 boxes.
Into the super big chest?
Yes. And then, so start moving all the ingots. Because those are up top in the back. And then come down to the front and start putting ore in it. And then once it's filled, we'll bring that over here so we can start filling in the base here with it.
Okay.
And once you've emptied a storage box, just collapse it down and put the materials for that into the big container, your hairy chest. Yes, he calls his cargo container Mustachio's big hairy chest. I love my husband.
It's a chest. It's big.
And it's hairy.
And it's mustachios. He's got a hairy chest. So yeah.
Yeah. The T-Emergency's got Helga the carrier and Helga's baby. See, now I called my carrier Moby Beach because she is like my white whale. Because it took forever to get enough of the ore to build her, and then a storm was rolling in, and I'm like, all right, fine, I'll just build her in the hangar bay. I can build her in the storm. It'll give me something to do. And when I placed the chassis with the storm going, even though it read that I was water sealed, the chassis exploded as soon as I put it down. Here's just Dracula and my buggy is Renfeld. Oh my god! But what do you call the crawler? That's funny. I have Green Giant and Pepe Le Mule for my buggies. Eva and Wally are two other buggies that we have. And then I call my sand crawler the Gamera. You know, the flying turtle. The opposite of Godzilla. Daywalker. Okay. Our crawler's called Daywalker. That's awesome. Well, I'm glad you don't have to pack up to move. I would still be like cautious. Because like I said, this could just be their pre-prep, right? Dang it. I should probably let everybody know.
I got all the ingots.
I find it interesting that it carries over the chat from Cetus. Thanks again, T-Emergency. So in my stream, I'm not in-game friends with. And they don't have anyone on Rubicon. And we are locked for them to join. I'm sure they'll have a decent amount of time think it was a Dallas-based server. Okay. Is that container filled?
It's not all the way, I don't think. It's I put all the ingots in, like you said.
Okay. You can drop it in the, by the way, you could drop it in the bay here. Out front of the new base. Unless you
put
just...
it in your...
Did you just dump it here in the box?
It's in the bay square
Oh, okay.
part. Yeah. Yeah, all the ingots are there. There's still a lot of granite and plastone in there as
Maybe
well.
celerity. Any others? Anyone else wants me to check? Alright, I'm getting a list all of a sudden. Hold on a second, people. So I need to check celerity. Fallow 8. 8. What did we say? Hollowed Arches, Arrakis, Acheron, right? Acheron I could check, right? And then Frostholm. Frostholm, and then yours was Sirius, right? Okay, be right back. And how about let's not exit the game while I'm outside in the sun. Because then, you know, a freaking sandstorm's gonna come by and I'm gonna die. Gonna die. Thanks for your patience, you guys, tonight. If anybody else is playing and you want me to check your server, I'll check your server. Celerity. Celerity. No servers found. Fallow 8. Did I misspell celerity? Fallow 8 is locked. Okay, let's do it the old-fashioned way. Back it up. SSS. Solitary. Solitary. Oh my god, I'm such an idiot. Solitary is good. It's not celerity. Solitary. Serenity. Sentinel City. Sagita? Oh, I have a friend on there. That won't work. Let me double check these. Celerity. No friend. The other one was locked. Okay. Anybody else while I'm here? Watching in stream? Have a server you'd like me to check? I mean, hey, a week ahead of time is better than waiting till it comes out and then finding out you have 2 weeks to pack up. I mean, I was already packing ahead of time. Now it's going to be more earnest. Okay, I'm going to head back in the game. Yeah, I just had somebody else confirm too. Relicon is locked. Dang. Alright. Let me get back to the conversation here. What all needs to get packed? Furniture and fabs or just vehicles?
Yeah, so the hairy chest is only maybe
Oh,
just
I'm
a
typing
little
this in
over
the wrong
half
chat.
full.
Okay.
So
Well, if you want to
Alright.
throw down a big chest and start transferring it. Big chest go on top. And the new base. You'll see what I've got set up here. I'll be right there in a second. So if you took the containers apart, you should have the supplies to build a new container.
do you want me to start sorting in these boxes from the big chest? The big hairy chest?
Well, I mean, put down a plastanium chest. You're going to need at least 2 of them and start putting the ingots in it. And then just label it ingots if you could.
Well, there's ingots. You got ingots right here.
Well, don't worry about it. That's a small box. We're gonna need two
Oh.
big plastaniums for the ingots that we have. We might even need 3. Because the ding dang ingots way too much. Team urgency. I don't understand why I can't fill a box with ingots. Why they have to weigh so dang much that I get like 2 rows out of it. It's very frustrating. Out of a giant box. You can only use 2 rows of it. So there. Okay, solitary. What was the other one called? Fallow 8 is locked. I feel like it's the panic over the anxiety level just like rocketed. Alright, so how many of these bad boys can we fit on there? 4? Okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna need more room probably. So as
Do
we...
you think all the ingots will fit in one big chest up here?
No, they won't because they didn't at Anvil. I needed at least 2, and I think I ran out of room with 2, and that's why I had some of the smaller chests filled with ingots up top.
I'm trying to see what you're wanting in these big boxes.
The ingots.
Okay.
Don't worry about the stuff down below in these small boxes. This is all
Right.
from the pinnacle base here. That'll have to get sorted later.
I will start putting all the ingots.
But you're probably going to need to use all 3 of these boxes to put those ingots in.
Probably.
And then as we run out of room down here, hon, for the big boxes, we'll go up here on the other floor that we were going to use for our private quarters, and just start lining big boxes up here against the wall, and we'll figure it out later.
Okay.
Because once we establish ourselves somewhere else, we can expand out again. So you're thinking Relicon's going to be closed then? Well, they aren't letting new people join for a reason. Well, I'm like, why is half the servers locked? And now I feel like I need to clarify. I don't know if it's half. Okay. It's like the night when everybody's base was getting raided, and we were running around trying to give people fuel cells so they could go to generator. and take their windmills offline. Team Emergency, you didn't get hit in that raid, did you? Yeah, so hun, when you finish with the ingots, just grab all the ore, and then we'll do the same thing with the ore, and then we'll start doing it with the crafting supplies. Water's going to take a bit because we've got 1,000,000 gallons over there. So that's going to take some finesse in moving. Thankfully we have a lot of those leader johns to work with that we were using for the deep desert.
Yeah.
Which also means we should shut down all of the well, I mean, it doesn't matter now, but we'll need to make sure we shut down all the water production. Because we ain't going to be doing anything. We're not doing any ore. I mean, I wish I could just trust their system, right? But still, in either case, though, I don't want to transfer this base to a new world. It's not a base that we've used. Do you know what I mean? That we built specifically with our design. So this was going to happen anyway. $12.29 is what I need. I think I can shut these windmills down as well. Save that fuel. Oh crap, they were almost out of power too anyway. Yikes. Oh, I can't shut them all down. Oh, yes I can. Okay. I feel like I'm prepping for a storm.
Mm-hmm.
How come that's not changing the circuit by turning these off? So just so you know, the water production's shut off. So don't, we've got plenty of water. We've got 400K, so we've got plenty of water to drink from. But don't process anything. And we shouldn't have to process anything because of the fact that I don't think we're going to need a third one of these. We're not going to need to process anything because we're not doing ingots or anything. Because I think we had most of our ore processed already. I don't think we had much ore
Thanks.
here.
Yeah, I think so.
So what I would like to do is, like on this outside wall here, this outside row.
I, I can't see it, baby. I'm in the middle of transferring stuff.
Okay,
Where are you?
I'm right here.
Where?
So like on this outside row here,
Yeah.
that's empty on the bottom. You know, like how
Yeah.
on Anvil I made that one row that's all just vehicles by each vehicle.
Yeah.
I would like that duplicated here. I don't think we're gonna
Yeah.
get to it tonight, but
Yeah.
so like if we don't get to it tomorrow night either, uh, you could do that Monday when you're off.
Yeah.
You'll have to rebuild the boxes and rename them, right, for each vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see if anybody else was chatting again. The exploit? No, you didn't get hit? Nice. I happened to be kicking back, relaxing for the evening when I caught a streamer streaming that I was able to raid bases again in Haga. As in, like, abandoned bases. He was looking at abandoned bases. And I was like, oh, snap, really? Because I got excited. I was like, maybe they finally implemented what everybody's been asking for. To be able to destroy the fifes and stuff. And unfortunately, it was quickly realized that people were actually taking advantage of that and blocking people's, because the blocking on the windmills, which was supposed to have been fixed, because I remember seeing that in the patch notes, that the people being able to block other people's windmills by building too close to their building was supposed to have been patched, and it clearly was not, or had gotten undone with one of the other patches that they did. So they were blocking people's windmills. Oh, god dang it. I hit the wrong button. Ran all the way over here. God damn it. I got to run all the way back. For a tiny box. Hey, tiny box, you're supposed to come with me. Uh-oh. Oh, I don't have my tool out. That might be why. Oh, it glitched. Okay, that was fun. It glitched. Nice. Wonderful. At least it was only, like, blood bags. And extractors. I can't see where my walkway is. There we go. Let's not walk off into the middle of nothing. How bad is my suspense about doing this? Not too bad. Okay, good. It's still screwed up. Okay, great. Who knows where that box is going to show up again? I should put a light out here so I can see. It seems to have been dark for a very long time. Seem to be running in the dark a lot. Why don't I just delete them all and then rebuild them? Because then I'd have to deal with the ding-ding batteries that are in there. And that's a big pain in the butt. And then I would be missing power. And then my shields would go down. I could be a sick person and put my put more of my to-go boxes for sale. I'm not gonna do that.
So Mustachio's Harry's chest is now empty.
Okay.
I'm dirty.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was kind of like, this is what I'm doing until the patch comes out. No time to mess with anything in the DD anymore. Or running quests with GG. I have to tell her still. She's playing another game right now, so I don't want to mess with her mojo. She'll be pretty easy, though. She does not have much in her base, so she'll be pretty easy to pack up. She's already in a tiny space. So the only thing we'd have to make sure she does is pack up her vehicles. That's all.
Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching. Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
I just posted in the chat that I have a to-go box design, and if anybody wants it, just let me know, and I'll put some replicators out in the to-go box, my help box. Hey, baby.
Oh.
I'm just moving the generators.
All right,
Or-
I'll take the carrier and the empty hairy chest back.
Yeah, and then just because you didn't get all the ore yet, right?
I put all the ore that was in the hairy chest.
Right, but there's chests of ore in the base as well.
Yeah, I didn't get that. I just
Yeah, so
I look.
yeah, that's fine. I'm just asking if you're staying in game. If you're not staying in game, it's fine. Just take everything back to Anvil and park it up there so it'll be safe.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
As you can see from the amount of time it took for you to do that, you just saved me about, what, 2 hours?
Yeah.
So I appreciate that.
Yeah. Would you like me before I log out? I can load all the ore into the hairy chest for you.
Yeah, would you?
Yeah, I can do
Get
that.
all the
So it's
boxes
all
that are
loaded.
on the storage floors and then go into the garage. And it's that stupid corner brace. And then go into the garage and grab the ore that's probably sitting in those bins. Because in the garage I had like 6 bins. storage units in there. I have no idea if they have ore in them or not.
Yeah, I'll put all the ore that I find in there.
I mean, I could just trust fund come and pack up the base. The problem is it's... I just don't know if I trust the stake extender issue being resolved. That's my problem. That's my personal problem I have to deal with. When I saw them posted that, and I was like, oh, that doesn't sound good. I was kind of like... I don't want to have a sorry we didn't fix this welcome reward package. Sorry we screwed up your base relocation. Oh, so it looks like we might be heading to Narbog then. I don't know. We'll have to think about it. I'll have to ask you guys how you feel about it.
Come on. Oh, this is ridiculous.
You having trouble placing it?
No, I'm having trouble putting it down. It's just
If you're
like a
hovering
fucking
over it,
yo-yo.
if you're hovering over it, sometimes there's a glitch. I think if it's
There.
A, you can push and
Ah.
hold it. Push and hold A, and you just drop it.
I don't have an A, baby.
Whatever the bottom button is. Triangle. I don't remember what your controller is. I have wedges sticking out with lights on them to guide you as to where to place it. So you should be able to see the wedges with the lights. It'll be interesting when I log out and come back in where the heck that box went.
Mm-hmm.
Not enough support. We're gonna have to get with, will you remind me tomorrow when we're playing with Gaming Grandma to look at her fife and find out the numbers for her fife? Because when you do extenders, it adds how many devices you can have. It adds to it. So, my plan is to get rid of the stake extenders once we're ready to go. And, because the other issue with stake extenders is, if you try to place your base where it was and somebody else's base has extensions going into the area you needed to place your base, you're not going to be able to place your base. Because they have priority, right? So the problem is, as I just realized as I'm moving all of these generators down here, we may not be able to run this many generators without this base, without those extenders. Because it increases the number of generators and stuff that you can use. Thankfully, when we're in the smaller base, we're not going to need as many generators because everything will be shut down. And we can quickly lay down stake extenders once we get to the place that we put it at.
Yeah.
So ironically, I could be moving these all here just to end up having to delete them if it won't let me. I don't know what happens if you take the stake extenders down while you've got all this stuff. Does a certain number of them just poof disappear because you're over your limit? Or does the game give you time to get those extenders down? That's a good thing I don't have to do this in real life. I'd be tired.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Although holding the stick down the whole time is not helping my arthritis issues.
Oh, there's more ingots and stuff over here too. And it was loaded all.
Did you find the little tiny boxes up top?
I did, and getting a bunch of other stuff.
I told you there was a bunch of tiny little boxes up top. There's also stuff started getting randomly put everywhere because we were coming back from doing stuff
Yeah, I
with
know.
Grandma. It's quite a mess over there.
It is.
But once we put it all, that's why I was saying put the, whoops, wrong spot. Put the crafting supplies all in the chest at once, and that'll be a lot easier to put them together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And organize them. Oh, I gotta stretch. That's a lot of holding the controller and pushing a stick forward. Oh. Alright, folks, I'll be right back. I'm gonna take a quick break. You know, I'm not gonna do it out here, though. Gosh, I keep stopping in the middle of this platform. I'm hoping my storage is adequate. What we have left, I think, is about the same amount as what we have at Anvil, aside from the garage boxes. While I'm back, and Chief Tested, aka Mustachio, aka my hubby, has gotten off. Thank you, Team Emergency. Does anybody else who's joined who wasn't on here before have a server you would like me to check to see if it appears to be locked for joining? It's not necessarily a definite 100% that means your server is closing and getting migrated or merged. Ow, I'm trying to stretch my shoulder. But I mean, it kind of seems to be an indicator of something if they're not letting people join the server, especially in a time when people are looking for where to move to. I kind of wish they had just locked them all across the board. But I mean, I know they couldn't, because then new people that are picking up the game can't join in. But I mean, if they've locked out a server for new people to join in, that means they don't want new people going to a server that they are probably going to merge with something else. I still think the servers aren't necessarily going away. I just think they may be saving at least some of them for Council when it releases, because I think they're going to make Council specific servers. I don't know, Team Emergency. Have you ever heard anybody ask or heard them say whether or not they plan to make this fully cross-platform? A lot of, I mean, there's only PC people playing, right now, because you can only play it on PC. I have a console, and I actually prefer playing on console because generally, for the most part, it's not a problem playing on console. You don't have to worry about burning up a very expensive laptop. Consoles are expensive, but they're not as expensive as a gaming laptop. Holy crap, those are expensive. I could buy 3 consoles for the amount a decent gaming laptop costs. If you go with a really skookum gaming computer, then you're looking at, you could buy 10 consoles. You forgot? Okay. I don't ever recall hearing them talk about compatibility, or if they were talking. I never heard them answer. Oh, look at that. I just realized I have 2 different columns because I was testing out which look I liked. I actually prefer the new Smuggler set, the Smuggler column. I can't because I put the containers too close to it. So they're bigger than these. Interesting. But I actually kind of prefer the Smuggler columns. For a metal column. They're pretty cool. Although the Dune Man is thinner in one direction. Very interesting how close their dynamics are for whether or not it causes a problem with replacing stuff. Alright, I was moving generators. Oof. Shoulder's gonna be killing me Monday for work. Whoops. That was me looking at chat and trying to run at the same time. Shh. Don't tell anyone. I should be drinking whiskey. I should have that as an excuse. Whoops. One click too many. How do we do this? That would be smart, huh? Listen to me getting tired. Alright. Where am I putting that little nook? So probably after Grandma's stream this week, I will probably start packing up all of the vehicles. All right, big boy, your turn. Yeah, just what I thought. They would not fit here because they need a 4.5. How long have you been playing Team Emergency? Since the beginning? Pre-order? First release? Ooh, that gets a little difficult to see here. The open beta, a long time. So you got Maldives for sure, right? Gosh, I wonder how many people from the. It wasn't just beta though. It was the pre-order though, right? If you were open beta, did you get the Maldives case? So many bases I watched become demolished or that were abandoned that had the Maldives case in it. And I'm pretty sure that was pre-orders, right? Or did you only get it if you were open beta? I think you got it if you were pre-order as well, right? It was sad. Almost every base I found that was abandoned had a Maldives case in it. And the worst part for me is that the Maldives case was one of the last things to go. So you'd go in there and the little mouse would be like making all its little mousy noises. This poor little guy. The funny thing is this was our refining base because it had more water than my home base, and now my home base has more water than the refining base. And that's why we were looking at already consolidating into one base because we have resources spread so, apart from everything. This really needs to just become a buggy base, which is what we're going to turn it into. Wherever we move to. We'll just have a buggy base. Because it is convenient to have a base here when you do need to go do a run of aluminum or carbon. Alright, so let's get this switched to how I like to run it. I don't know how I've been doing it all night without doing it. I like choosing the littlest light so it's less disruptive. Don't know if I'm going to take those little guys with me. Pre-order, yeah. So you must, what, be close to closing in on 2,000 hours? I only just now broke 1,000. Let me see if I can read what I've got here. 1120. And I still have half the quest in Haga to do. And I'm not quite sure. Ghost Ferret and I were... Whoops, I gotta go down a floor. Ghost Ferret and I were questioning on how do you tell when you've completed Chapter 1. And how do you tell... just a second, I'm focusing here. Yes, I should, in theory, be able to get around that. Okay, nice. So if you, as you can see, this is my plan here. To, it'd be nice if I could wall off these tanks too. But we have to have this open for the wind traps. People said that they've been able to put them behind shields. And I have not had any success having these, my wind traps behind shields. I did initially, and then they stopped working. And now a certain portion of the wind trap, if not all of it, has to be in a only sheltered status. If it's in a completely water sealed status, which it would be behind a pentashield, it does not work. As in, like, you take a drink from it and it does not refill. It might, like, work the first time you put it down, but it stops working at some point. I just don't like leaving them completely exposed. Because one, I'm not a fan of the look of a roof filled with wind traps. And two, because they have had issues with stuff glitching out sometimes, I don't completely trust that it's not going to be an issue at some point. Yeah, I think I should be able to walk around those without getting glitched. I just don't know if I put the wind traps there if they're going to work. I'm only running 2 of those right now at, let's see, my Relicon, my anvil base. I have, ouch, 5 or 6 of the smaller wind traps. And then I have 2 of the large wind traps. And that's been enough to, because I'm not doing any heavy ore refinery there. I'm just basically running titanium once in a while. And, wow, I've actually emptied this bay. Nice. Those guys, I think, are only 1,000 each. What are these? 6? 5? 5. So here, I can easily fill this. Empty that guy. Drink. And I think he's empty now? Yeah, he's empty now, so I can destroy him. I can destroy the little R2-D2. And then these other guys I could just place around. Okay, so one thing I do need to move is the death stills. These death stills I did not build. They are actually from the previous owner. And the only reason I kept them in place was because we were using them sometimes when we were refining stuff. I'm pretty sure they're just the lower tier one. So I think it only gives you 25. But hey, 50,000 is 50,000. Maybe I'll tuck these in here. Haha. Can I access them this way? I can. Okay, good. I've done it most side quests, and I'm in chapter 2. So how do you tell when you're done with chapter 1? That's my question. Because, like, some of the side quests don't matter, right? The skill tree probably doesn't matter, does it? So which... Is it the main journeys? Like these journeys? Find the Fremen, the Assassin's Handbook. You could tell me because chapter 2 hasn't released yet. So which one would be... Hey, look at that. I finished all the Vermilius Gap and I didn't even realize it. Lost Harvest. Okay. The Lost Harvest is the chapter 2 stuff, right? But what's Fall of the Proteus? Is that supposed to be chapter 3? That must be chapter 3. It's got a fighting symbol on it, right? Find the Fremen, wake the sleeper. Talk to Xantara. Escape the enclosure. Oh no, wait, that's something else I've stumbled upon. That was a frickin' mess. Here I am trying to do my Swordmaster quest, and this whole other cutscene issue starts. And I'm like, what the hell? I'm just trying to... Can I just work on my... Can I just talk to the Swordmaster? I'm just here for the Swordmaster. Proteus was the prologue. Yeah. Right. That's right. Proteus was the prologue. Got it. But Lost Harvest is the chapter 2 stuff. Yeah, with the distress signal. So where the heck is the chapter 3 stuff? I don't even see that on here. Does it not trigger to unlock until after I do the Lost Harvest? Ow. The wall in the valley. Weapons of war, I'm not looking forward to trying to do that. Smoke trail, there is never enough. Greater Arrakis. Exponential growth. Oh, that's related to... Well, wait. Why is Raider of the Broken Lands checked off? That's chapter 3 stuff, isn't it? Find more augmentation schematics. Complete Landsred missions to reach rank 19. Proteus War was our prologue. Lost Harvest is the DLC. What's the Chapter 3 stuff then? I remember hearing you can't get Chapter 3 stuff until you complete the Chapter 2. So the Chapter 2 is only one card, which I remember people being irritated that they didn't get much story out of that. I still have to complete that. I don't want to bother completing it right now because I don't want another vehicle that I have to build and then pack up. Reach the crash site. Locate the survivors. I didn't even talk to anybody, though. IIRC, you don't have to build it. Oh, I know, but come on. If I'm going to get the tread wheel finally unlocked, I'm going to freaking build it. Thank God they did that relocate tool so I could finally relocate my
a large sandstorm is approaching.
Stuck sand bike that was stuck in the wall at a iron facility. What is it called? An iron facility? The place where you get your complex machinery from. Oof, that's a new pain. All right. Have that here. Can I pick this thing up yet? No. I might have enough room. There. Took care of you.
Sector weather alert.
We never even really utilized
sandstorm
this
is approaching.
floor of the base. We ended up turning it into an assault hangar bay. We were using the bay above it that the carrier now sits in as the hangar bay because it was smaller, so I just expanded it up. We'll just stick that there for now. They did a really good job with the storm sounds on this.
Sector weather alert.
Kinda wish
a
I had a
large
little bit
sandstorm
more-
is approaching.
A little bit more thunder and lightning when it was in, in Haga. Oh crap, I gotta wait. Oh, that was a super short storm. I must have just got the tail end of it. We're getting close to the end of the night for me. Hey, I'm just happy I got the first floor done. That's nice. I'm probably the only one making myself do this. Please tell me I'm not the only one that's like compacting their base for the move. I mean, I get it if I am. I tend not to do things the way everybody else does it. Should be one more box. Can't see it, like he's in the way. I saw lots of base builds that were compacted in the Discord thread for builds. What Discord thread? Oh, in the main game? Have people been putting those out lately? I've been trying to follow it, but I guess I've been doing a bad job. Oh, I forgot to check in. Nobody's texted. Oof. Oh, I think I'm gonna need an icy hot patch for the shoulder tonight. Could almost drive the buggy. Their broke shit box. Oh, I hope the desert has been kind to everyone tonight. Buggy. I'll have to move I can move the lights over there. Gonna have to double check what the stats are. I was just gonna run it over here like I could jump over there again. Take a snapshot of this. I can compare it to Grandma's tomorrow then. See how much more it changes. I think if I'm gonna reduce it down and remove the extra extenders, I'm gonna have to make sure I remove whatever extras we have. I hope they allow us enough storage. That's the one thing I have a lot of, especially at Anvil. Power needs is down quite a bit. Alright, sounds good. Thanks for watching, warriors. May your battle axe stay sharp and the sun warm your day. Have a good day.